I've been here a few years and was at the Methodist Church, and we worried about children having nothing to do. And the children that were good at sports stayed at school and did sports, and the other children just hung around and became subjects for the people toting drugs. So we started something at the Methodist Church, but it didn't work, and then we ended up having a daycare, which worked extremely well for a while. And then, as I had joined the group of people that their goal was revitalisation of Newburgh itself, to try and bring it back to how it was. And we talked about the many things we could do at a think tank, and when the museum came up, I thought, gee, this would be great. And I think a museum is a way to keep children occupied and to show them what it's like in the rest of the world, and to possibly help them in their adult decisions if they know what is going on in the rest of the world, which they don't have much opportunity to do here, because all the art galleries, museums, and anything of culture is 100 miles in either direction at either Springfield or St. Louis. So maybe we'll be able to give something to the rural kids. So that was the beginning of it. They said, all right, I could have some rooms at the Houston House, but when I started to tell them my plans, they quickly said I better take up this building, which was not in very good condition. The upstairs had only the outer walls, and so the sun was coming in, the rain was coming in, so we had bake sales and things to get material, and then a group of people youngsters from Fort Leonard Wood, young recruits, came and helped me do the walls and paint the walls and so on. This room and the room next door were in fairly good condition, and the children helped me paint the walls, and I had a couple of people from Arts Roller, and we all had a pretty good time painting the walls. And these wonderful rocks were made by the teacher at this local school. So we had lots of people in the town and the children all helping and getting excited about the museum, which made it a joy to start. And well, we do have site visits from the children at school. You know, the federal funds have been reduced and they can't really go to many places, and so it has become a good place for school children to come. We've had a lot of homeschoolers coming. When we have days like Newburgh Day and we have festivals, we have over 100 people going through this in one day. So we really are serving the community. Sometimes when children are sent to their grandmothers that live here, then their grandmothers are pleased to have some place to take their children to. We've had visits from people out of the country who come visiting here, as far away as New Jersey and Baltimore and so on. Volunteers are terribly important. We are a 5013C, which means we're a not-for-profit, and so we depend on other people to help us. And we have been blessed with volunteers bringing us artifacts and volunteers coming to help. As I say, it was built originally, we started it originally with the local population and children helping, and now we are getting wonderful volunteers with lots of expertise from other parts of Phelps County, mainly. Our donors are very important people in our lives. We have had some very wonderful donations. The place was rather decrepit when we got it, and the front porch blew down, and somebody came up and gave us enough money to pay for the front porch. We have just been given a new building, an old building, which requires a tremendous amount of renovation because there were termites in it and many other flood damage. And it's a wonderful thing to have donations from people to help us repair these things, to do the buildings and to maintain the place, because we have very high utility bills, as you might imagine, and we depend entirely on donations from people. This is a wonderful thing to the people of Newburgh, and particularly the children, as there is no means of their getting out. Some people have lived for 2-3 generations here with maybe going to Rolla and not much further. Their vision of life outside is very narrow, and our mission is to expand their horizons so that they have better choices when they grow up. My dream for the museum is to fulfill our mission, to fulfill the mission of having children using it as a resource, of them seeing the things and learning about parts of the other world, as well as their own environment. So the master naturalists are a great help to us, showing the children what is in their own environment, and by knowing their environment, they will protect it. I really would like to thank all my people who've donated money, time, artifacts, and I'm so grateful to you all, and I welcome you here tonight and wish you well, and I hope in some way show our gratitude for your help to us.